Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Puddles and today we have a new type of video. I'm going to be making a video series on encounters. Just giving you cool encounters that you can use in your games. I have my encounter building series which gives you tips, but this is just going to give you an encounter that you can just copy and paste into your encounter, and I will tell you why it's a fun encounter and how to play it with your players. First session is about Red Fang of Chagras, however you say that, and the giant bat and how you can manipulate their abilities to be super cool and interesting. So let's just jump right in, and we have our orc, Red Fang of Chagras, which is in Volos, if anyone needs to find it. It's not in the monster manual. And we also have giant bats. Now, why is this a fun combination? Why are these two creatures together good in encounter? Well, let's take a look at them, shall we? So, Orc Red Fang of Chagras. Let's look at the character sheet. So it is a CR rating 3 creature. It has has pretty decent armor, has decent hit points. It is a dexterity based creature, which you wouldn't normally expect with a orc. And it has really good stealth. Basically, Hands of Chagras are orcs that live in the shadows and are really dangerous and assassins and stuff like that. So they are essentially a rogue archetype in an orc body. And let's look at the abilities that this creature has. Firstly, has cunning action. Easy. Dash, disengage, hide as a bonus action. That goes without saying when you're dealing with rogues. Next, we have Hand of Chagras. When the ore deals 2 extra dice damage when it hits a target with the weapon attack. So that is essentially like sneak attack, except it gets it every attack. Not just on one attack, because it does do multiple attacks. And then next, it has Chagras's Sight, which means magical darkness does not impede dark vision. And that is the thing that is very important with this creature. So this orc can see through magical darkness, which is pretty cool. Next, in the first round of combat, it has advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn yet, and if it hits it, it is an automatic critical hit. So that is exactly the same as the assassin feat or the assassin archetype of rogues, which can be very deadly in the start of a fight. So these are really good at sneaking up on people and killing them. That's not how I'm going to run this combat though. This combat is going to be a little bit different from that, so we don't necessarily have to worry about that too much. Next, the multi-attack. They have scimitar and darts. They can attack twice with a scimitar or throw 2 darts. And then lastly, the orc can cast darkness without any components. Wisdom is its spellcasting ability. So, this creature that can see through the dark can also cast the darkness spell. How cool is that? For anyone who doesn't know, darkness is magical orb of darkness that you can't see through. Even if you've got a torch, even if you can see with dark vision, you can't see through it, but this guy can. Now, let's combine that with giant bats. Giant bat is a large beast, armor class 13, 22 hit points. Pretty basic for a creature. It can fly and it can carry a medium creature on its back. Echolocation. The bat can't use blind sight. So that's the important thing. Blind sight, 60 feet. Blind sight means the creature does not need eyesight to see. It uses echolocation, meaning orbs of darkness do not blind this creature. It can still see perfectly fine. That darkness orb does not affect this giant bat. So what does that mean? It means we've got an assassin orc riding on the back of a giant bat, engulfed in an orb of darkness, so anyone who attacks it has disadvantage. How cool is that? It's freaking really cool, okay? It's amazing, and this guy can just fly around above a battlefield, throwing darts, and anyone who wants to attack at him is doing it at disadvantage because they are attacking into... Well, they don't know where he is. They assume he's in the middle of the black orb, but they don't know exactly where he is, so it's going to be so much harder to hit him. How cool is that? I have run this once before, and it was a very, very fun fight. But yeah. Also with the giant bat, we'll just look this. They also have 30 feet of... No, they don't have 30 feet of movement. Is that me? Surely they have more movement than that. Giant bat. Where's... There it is. 60 feet flying. So this bat is very mobile. Okay. So it's a cool combination because of these two abilities that they have in the darkness and being able to see through the darkness combines with the echolocation. So we've got this crazy guy on top of a bat, and this is his mount flying around. So let's have a look at some encounters that we could do that utilize this. So this is also, like, here's a CR 3 and the bat's only like a quarter CR. So you could use this at low levels and introduce flying. This could be your first big bad guy in your campaign. In terms of narrative, you could have him being a part of like an assassin's guild, or he is an orc that has assassinated people, or he's the leader of an orc group. Like there are infinite possibilities that you could do, creating this guy as a bad nemesis for a low level party. And then when he flies down on his bat and throws darts at them in behind this ball of shadow, it would be so epic and amazing. Yeah. So let's. Sorry, I'm getting all excited here. Let's have a look at what we can do. So level 3. Let's say we've got 5 level 3 players. A deadly encounter. So I'm just doing deadly encounters, and these are only just deadly. So if I took away one creature, that would be a hard encounter. So it's not crazy difficult, but it would be a pretty hard fight for these players. So 5 level 3 characters. We have 3 giant bats, 2 orcs, and a red fang of Chagras. So you could introduce this to a third level party as like the first encounter where there are flying creatures. And I would just have these bats and these orcs just flying above them, the orcs throwing their javelins, and this guy throwing his darts. And then as soon as a couple of these guys died, or the bats died, I would just have the leader leave and disappear. He'd be, you know, he doesn't want to die today. He's seen his minions die. So why would he continue fighting if he thinks he doesn't have the upper hand anymore? It also, by having the orcs on the back of the bats, it makes them weaker because their damage potential is less. I mean, they've more mobility and movement and stuff, but they can't use their great axes to do that crazy damage. I think this would be a super fun encounter. If you have like 5 players all like huddled around, like trying to shoot their bows at these bats that are swooping down, throwing javelins, this guy who you can't even see because he's in a giant black ball, throwing his daggers or darts, it would be a lot of fun. I personally haven't run a level 3 encounter with this, but on a big open battlefield with like terrain where the players could hide behind, things like that would be, I think it would be really, really memorable and exciting combat. And if you can make it narratively important, it would be a memorable fight. I can tell you that for sure. Now, so that's for 5 level 3 players. Let's up the stakes a bit. So this is for 5 level 5 players. So we've got 3 bats, 3 orcs, 2 apprentice wizards, an ogre, an orog, and a red fang of Chagras. So this is the encounter here. So we have our red fang on Chagras on his bat, and he's obviously going to do his orb trick and throw darts at the top. Then he's got his support. He's got two apprentice wizards flying on the bats with him, just raining down fireballs. And on the ground, he's got his ground troops. He's going to have a big ogre, 3 regular orcs, and his commander, his second in charge, this Orog, he's in plate armor. He's a lot tougher and a lot harder to kill. And this, I think, would be a really fun encounter because it gives all of the players something to do. It gives your melee players to go on the ground and beat the crap out of these ogre and orcs and stuff like that. And it gives your range and control players things to do to try and get these bats out of the sky. Perhaps your wizard tries to dispel the darkness so that people can see this guy. And yeah, I've done a similar combat to this. It was a little bit higher level, and it went so beautifully. It was so much fun. But yeah, so this is a couple of examples of how you could use this combination in encounters. I think this is probably one of the best combinations of abilities that I've seen in creatures, which is why I made it as my first video, to get you guys interested in these videos. And there are many different ways to use it. You could have these guys as backup. If you've got level 10 characters, these guys on the bats, they could be backup, as there's other big scary things that they don't need to be the focus. They can be in the background as well. But yeah, so it's a good little combination we got going here with the red Fang of Chagras and a giant bat. And if you put them together, it is a fun encounter. I hope you guys find this useful. And I am planning on making many more of these videos, so tune in for those. And yeah, if you do use these in one of your games, please comment and let me know. I'm super excited to share this kind of stuff, and I hope you guys enjoyed.